friends. Today, I'm in southwestern Ohio, visiting some family and unintentionally some very spooky places. Welcome. I'm in the car with my grandpa today. Got some McDonald's. Driving over to the C.J. Brown Reservoir. Hang out. Exploring Ohio and the Midwest on the Fantasy Tour 2020 has been awesome. I've got to make my way back to Florida pretty soon though. I wanted to make sure to spend time with the family, see some friends I haven't seen in a long time. I especially wanted to hang out with Grandpa today. He's only 93, so I figure as long as he's willing to drive me around town, I'll go.
And I come out here quite a bit.
Grandpa and I are driving around Buck Creek State Park. He used to take us out here, go camping when we were kids. It was pretty cool. He just told me this crazy story about a ghost story about this place. I had no idea. Now we're on a ghost hunt. He doesn't even know it. Grandpa said that when he was a kid, back in the 30s, there was a local news story about a haunting that was happening at the Buck Creek State Park. And it brought lots of people out trying to explore this and find out more about this ghost and these hauntings. We drove around long enough for me to find out there was no information online about it. So I think we're gonna have to save this investigation for the future. Come here, little dude. Come away. Just chilling today. Kitty? Hello, kitty. Family time has come to an end for now. I'm making my way south into Cincinnati to spend time with an old friend. Another city, another place and time. Yeah.
That's where the ghost comes in. 3 hours later.
Oh, really? Hello, friends. Welcome. I'm with my friend Heath in Cincinnati. I'm spending the night here, just hanging out, waiting to get on an airplane tomorrow. I'll tell you about that later. We're in front of this place. Our goal is to go to Rheingeist Brewing Company. I don't have much time tonight, so we wanted to just get some good beers. Well, Heath informed me about a bar called Japp's. It's haunted.
Yeah, it is.
So he says. Let's go find out.
Okay. Where is it?
Well, you rented the place out, I heard.
Japp's is a hair store that was founded by John Japp in 1879. He was a Chicago native that moved to Cincinnati with his wife in 1871. I'm going to talk to the bartender and see what she can tell me about John Japp, the hair store, and history of this building. My new friend Jen has informed me of some serious information about this bar. It's pretty amazing, and probably one of the most haunted buildings I've been in my travel on Fantasy Tour 2020. Well, Jen told me a lot of stories about this place. Her personal experiences here, in fact. One time a ceiling fell down unexpectedly. Some very strange phenomena happened in the front windows here. Up in the front, there was some barricades and signs with some pictures of old Cincinnati on them. Well, they all fell apart just sporadically in all different directions. It all just blew apart one day while people were sitting in here. People as in her and one other person. There's been some very strange things that happened in this hallway, though, that I'm almost a little nervous to go down here by myself. This is the hallway that is said to be very haunted. Right through here, see the old sign to the building. Right in here, oh. Jen says that she doesn't even use the women's restroom here anymore. She uses an employee restroom that's harder to get to because there's been some really weird things that have happened in that women's restroom. The men's too. She explained that one time, one of her coworkers was in here. She thought he was in here cleaning the restroom. She heard like moving around, the stalls opening and things happening. Turns out she couldn't find him. She looked all around. He wasn't here. She called him to find out where he was at. He said, "I'll be there in 3 minutes. I'm running late." And nobody was in the building. That happened right in this hallway. This building was also remodeled some time back, and while the construction workers were working in here, a ceiling fell right on top of them. There were like 30 workers in the building, and the whole entire ceiling fell down. They had already inspected the place. They knew that it was safe, and it was very strange. Everybody was safe. She told me several other stories about the place, but I haven't walked through here yet. I want to show inside at least the men's restroom. See just what it looks like. It's a very small hallway here. You see apparently the women's restroom, the men's restroom. Like a unisex restroom. That's it. It is pretty creepy in here. The room where the ceiling fell down on the construction workers was behind this wall and on the front of the next door over. It's all connected, but the front is used for another type of business. Japp's was the name of the original business that was in here for more than 100 years. It was a wig and hair shop. So you could buy toupees here, you could buy wigs, you could buy hair. I heard that people came in here doll makers came in here to buy human hair for their doll projects. And also upstairs, when they bought this building, the first owner turned this into a bar restaurant. Apparently upstairs in the top floor, they had storage of boxes and boxes of human hair. And also they used this drapery through the ceiling on occasion that was the like bolts of wig material that they would use to weave the human hair into to make wigs. So for a very long time, this was the place to go in the Cincinnati area for wigs, which apparently is a high demand item and very expensive from what I understand. A lot of history here in this one place I just fell into. Very, very cool.
It was very cool of Jen, the bartender, to explain the history of this space and to share some of her own personal experiences that have happened here. If you seek the paranormal and you're in the Cincinnati area, you must stop at Japp's. It's a very cool bar, the people are great, and there are the strangest stories of hauntings that happen out of this building. In fact, this is the most haunted building that I've been in my Fantasy Tour of 2020 so far. Thanks for watching today, friends. Hit like, hit subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.
Heath, dude, did you hear her say that when they found that hair in the attic, they used that hair, or I guess the owner of the building sold that hair to someone on Broadway who used it for the musical Cats?
That's right.
Oh my goodness. So if you have ever seen Cats, the musical, I'm sure this wasn't that long ago, I guess, when they sold the building in the 80s. This is the building where the hair for the costumes came from. Strangely.
May I help you?
Yeah, we'll take, let's try 7 cheese sliders.
7 cheeseburgers, anything else?
That's it.
6 that you want.
All right.